Oh, it's time. Live from the mainstream cannabis media empire, I'm Travis Lippert, CEO of Veedverks Unlimited, Limited, better known as Veedverks.
I'm Michael Miller, International Marketing Director for PanaceaLife.com, CBD manufacturing facility here in Golden, Colorado. And we have, as our guest today,
Mark McNeely with Cannabis Insurance Solutions.
One of the top insurance companies in our industry. You really need to listen to him and give him a call if you're looking for the types of insurance that he can cover.
Outstanding.
Yeah. Beautiful day out there.
We have snow piled up so deep in the parking lot out here that you can't, if it snows like one more day, you're not going to be able to get through on that side.
It's been brutally cold, hasn't it?
At least the sun's shining.
Yes, absolutely. The roads are somewhat pretty good on the highways. You know, it's off streets that are still really icy and whatever. But yeah.
Makes me regret my car. Rear wheel drive. It's just not.
When I first moved here, 4 years ago or whatever, I was working out of Straightways.
Larry Reed,
hey Larry,
we join.
You remember I had the rear wheel drive and people had to push me up that one time to get me.
I did.
Yeah, to get me out of the parking lot.
Yeah,
rear wheel drives suck in the snow.
I know.
Oh my God.
I know they're talking about banning those actually in the mountains between Labor Day or whatever. Labor Day, Memorial Day, whichever one comes.
Really?
You know, like that huge chunk.
How would they do that though? Because a lot of people don't live here, and they're just going from east to west.
I thought I'm right. AWD on the back of my car.
Yeah. What's AWD?
All-wheel drive.
Oh, okay.
Or I'll just make up some acronym.
There you go. There you go. I love
Another thing they're trying to ban is vaping indoors with Colorado House Bill 1076, which would amend the Colorado Clean Indoor Air Act. Right. So we testified against it last Wednesday.
How did that? Oh,
I thought it went all right.
Right.
I thought it went all right, but they voted to move it forward out of the subcommittee 10-1.
You're 10-1.
Yeah.
Did you have your moment?
Yeah, I did. And what I told them is what I'll continue to tell people is that the language of this bill right now, it defines an electronic smoking device as any product that contains or delivers nicotine or any other substance intended for human consumption, and they can be used by a person. Is that a surprise to you that we were going to be live? So
no.
You're Mr. Phone.
Yeah, usually I have it off. I usually have it off, but yeah.
So, or any other substance intended for human consumption that can be used by a person to enable the inhalation of vapor or aerosol from the product, and includes any product described above in this section, or any similar product or device, whether manufactured, distributed, marketed, or sold as an e-cigarette, e-cigar, e-pipe, e-hookah, or vape pen, or under any other product name or descriptor. And then it defines smoking as smoking means inhaling, exhaling, burning, or carrying any lighted or heated cigar, cigarette, or pipe, or any other lighted or heated tobacco or plant product intended for inhalation, including marijuana, whether natural or synthetic, in any manner or in any form. Smoking also includes the use of an ESD. So right now, I am
breaking the law.
I'm vaping. I'm not vaping. I'm smoking. I am currently smoking. I am carrying an electronic smoking device, and I'm smoking it. And that's what I told them at the committee. I also introduced, they had some follow-up questions about the new Veedverks infused fog machine liquid.
Yay!
Terpene.
Fog juice, we call it here.
I have a meeting tomorrow about this.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it.
I'll hopefully have some news on that. But it was disappointing. It was not quite as disappointing as when former Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper vetoed the autism bill after both houses passed it, and it went to him last year, and he vetoed it.
Wow!
And
he's running for president.
He's running for president.
Just announced yesterday.
Unbelievable.
I spent this morning while I was still doing my New Year's resolution of not saying fuck in the shower. I was thinking about all the different videos I wanted to make about Hickenlooper, just like walking by kids and popping their balloons.
That would be funny. But he's unfortunately doing worse, right?
He's what?
Unfortunately, he's doing worse than popping balloons.
He's these kids with autism in Colorado have suffered an additional year because of this guy. Right. And I don't know, I might have been all right with him before that, but I can't believe he vetoed that bill. So your chickens are coming home to roost, Hickenlooper. You're not going to get any support. He needs to come on our show.
Come on our show.
Cory Booker needs to come on our show.
Yes, he does. Well, I'll put some word out there.
All right.
I'll put the word out.
And then one last legal thing is that, or legislative thing, is that tomorrow at 1:30 at the state capitol, there's a hearing on Senate Bill 13, which would add opioids. I always have trouble phrasing it like this. It would make it so that doctors could prescribe medical cannabis for any condition that they would prescribe opioids for.
Right.
And that bill is doing a lot better than the vaping bill.
I'm all for that. You know my story. I'm all for that.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all
What was the intent behind the vaping bill? What was the real intent to try to reduce the teen and young adult consumption?
Yeah, well, that was the stated purpose of it. But all of the, all of the evidence that it was just a great big hate session on vaping. They did everything short of just saying it's uncool.
Yeah.
But yeah, they said that it was for teen. Reducing teen use,
right.
And they don't want to see vaping normalized.
Yeah.
And, and I'm not opposed to banning vaping where you would ban cigarettes. In fact, as a matter of fact, until this bill came up, I didn't even know that you could vape in a restaurant right now.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Currently.
I would never do that.
Yeah,
Even when I used to smoke and smoking was everywhere,
Right.
I didn't smoke in a restaurant.
Right.
But it would
Respect that
definitely
for
hurt social consumption efforts. It would hurt in Denver, like a lot of people testified, hey, we passed Initiative 300 2 years ago, and still there's only one business in Denver that it's a social consumption lounge.
Right.
And so vaping would not be allowed there. So I guess you just show up in a room and eat an edible. I don't know.
Doesn't Chris Morwood own some kind of lounge?
Yeah, she was there.
Okay.
She was there. Well, it's not a lounge.
Okay.
But yeah.
I thought, private event /
private
meeting / whatever.
Yeah.
place.
In fact, it's called
There we go, right there. Nice.
it is called
She's such a great person.
Ozone.
Yeah. Love that.
It's in Lakewood. It's a space to recreate, relax, reconnect, recharge, reset, replenish, revitalize, rejuvenate. I think I should have said
That's a lot of re's there.
reflect, I can't read that word.
That's too much
Review
pressure
and
on
restore.
me to go there. Now it's too much
What are
pressure.
the odds that I had her card right there?
I know.
That was not planned.
Yeah,
That was not
I'd
planned.
love to check that place out soon. That's for sure. You've been there, haven't you?
No,
Or no. Okay.
no. I
Yeah.
didn't go there when we had an event that we were involved with, but I didn't go that day.
Great.
It was anyway.
Next week. This Friday, Senator Diane Savino confirmed last
Really?
night.
Senator
so we
Diane
have
Savino.
her on at 10:30 a.m.
Friday.
Senator out of New York. Excited
Really?
about that. And I've been on the phone
Studio
with.
420. I should have.
What's that?
There are places. There's Studio
Okay.
420.
Cool.
Sorry to interrupt.
No. All good. No, that's important. That's downtown, I think, Studio 420. I think I might have been there once, looking to rent it for an event. But nevertheless, she will be on. I've been on in contact with Vicente Fox's people to reschedule. So within the next couple of weeks, he'll be
Nice.
on. Yeah, and they're going to do it from the Presidential Library this time, where they have really good internet.
Sweet.
Yeah, we tried to have them on last weekend. We did everything we could. They did everything that they could, and they were somewhere in Mexico where the internet feed was really bad.
connection, huh?
They kept on. They showed me the thing that comes up saying no contact
Skype
connection.
is no go.
Yeah, especially in certain countries, it's a little bit more challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's challenging. Good thing you wasn't in the middle of Kansas.
Yeah. Why?
I mean, well,
Kansas?
there are large swaths of this country that don't have high-speed internet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for real.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
That would suck.
Like no Netflix, no Amazon Prime.
I see a commercial one time sometimes. Hughes, I guess you can, if you're like on a farm somewhere out nowhere, you bounce off their satellites and you can get it. High speed internet.
Well,
Who
they're going
knows,
to put
though?
those 5G satellites all over I'm going to put 20,000 satellites around the planet that are all.
Who's going to put them up there?
I don't know.
I hope us.
Well,
Who knows? But yeah, that's scary though. Relying on that. I don't know.
I've sourced different tinfoil hats to put on in case I need them.
Believe it or not,
Faraday
that is true.
cage.
We've experienced
Have
it.
you?
Yeah. The tinfoil hats work.
Yeah.
Right? Absolutely.
Well, that's how we keep Dieter in his box.
And
is
taking
with the Faraday
possession of
cage.
us. You got to watch out for Dieter. He's this little German that
come out and
just
say hello
sneaky.
today?
He's sneaky.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
sneaky.
he's a good worker, though.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. A lot to say, though. Oh, my God, he doesn't shut up. It reminds me of me.
He travels with me to Kansas, where I went. I guess.
Oh, tell us about that.
Well, did we talk about it last week?
No, we didn't.
I went to the Kansas Hemp Symposium that Christy Lunsford put on,
Mm-hmm.
and there were there must have been 300 farmers there in
Fantastic.
Hutchinson, Kansas, and a few people from Colorado. I'll tell you what, Patty Zanine is like, she's turned into my little hero. She's going to make a huge impact in this little town called Elkhart, Kansas.
Yeah.
And I just told her I wish she would film that, because if she pulls off all this stuff that she's trying to pull off, I was impressed by that. There was a couple of Mennonite farmers there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the
hat?
the wife was wearing the white, like
Yeah, whatever it's called.
yeah. And
I didn't know Kansas had Mennonite.
oh yeah, there were a bunch of them where I grew up.
Okay.
Is hemp legal there?
Yes,
yeah.
this year's the first
So
year
they
that
say.
they can plant.
So they say. Can't
It's
transport
a
it
pain,
through
but-
the state, though.
These things have to be figured out.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe drones.
Yeah.
I think drones could be the answer.
Well, that's what they say Mexico is using drones to bring over the goods. Yeah.
Well, Mark, let's talk about some insurance.
Yeah, why
Sure.
not? Absolutely.
Sure.
Hey, you know what? I know you really well. Mad respect for you. As far as I'm concerned, one of the top insurance companies in our industry by far. Tell our audience what you did before insurance, and then let's get into the insurance bit.
Sure. Well, I spent most of my career in the financial services industry. Worked for various broker dealers, helped bring companies public, raise capital. Then about 5 years ago, I think it was, I went to work for a large vertically integrated operator here in Colorado, where I learned the cannabis space. And then about 3 years ago, we started an insurance company and kind of did a deep dive into what carriers there were in the space, what policies were being issued, and discovered that there were a lot of not so good policies being issued. And so we kind of helped rewrite some of the carriers' policy forms and are writing policies that are really made for cannabis operators.
Right.
And so we can help, both on the medical operators. It can be dispensaries, cultivations. It can be MIPS or extractions.
Right.
And provide all sorts of coverages. And in addition to the landlords themselves, the people that own the buildings, many of those are, they've had traditional insurance on those buildings for years, and then, the cannabis operators come in and want to lease the space, and they have coverage on the space, and they think that coverage is good, having a cannabis operator in there, when in fact it's not.
Oh, wow.
They probably have coverage with a traditional carrier, and I'll guarantee you there's an exclusion in their policy for, any operation that's federally illegal.
Sure.
The policy will either be non-renewed or canceled. So it's not something that a lot of landlords think about. So they need to contact a company that provides cannabis insurance that has a tenant that either grows or dispenses. So it's called a lesser's risk policy, and we can certainly offer that.
What's the most challenging part when you're talking to cannabis businesses about insurance, besides the fact that it is inherently one of the most boring things?
It is boring. There's no question about that.
Not as boring as life insurance,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Well, typically it's one of the last things on their list to check off, right?
Yeah.
And so they're in a hurry to get it. They're either required by the state to be licensed to get, they must have insurance, or the landlord in their lease is going to dictate that they have coverage. And so they don't spend as much time on it as they should. number one, and number two, they're in a, they're just in a huge hurry. They tend to make their decisions based on the premium price, which is not something they should do. And they just don't have it budgeted in their budgets or pro formas.
Budget for it. If you haven't paid for cannabis insurance, you're in for a special treat.
Yes, you are.
And everybody calls and they want basic general liability coverage, which is the basic and trip and fall, slip type coverage. When in fact, what we try to do is spend some time with them and offer them policies that will keep them in business should something bad happen to their business, right? Protecting their inventory, their finished stock, business interruption, loss of income coverage. So there's additional coverages that we like to educate them about that will actually keep them in business should something happen. I mean, if you have basic GL and somebody comes in and breaks into your...
Wait, what's GL?
General liability.
Oh, general liability.
Yeah. And, somebody breaks into their facility, steals their inventory, unless they have coverage for that, they're not going to be covered. And that can be devastating for a small business, right? So so we like to spend time with them and educate them about the policies that are available to help them stay in business should something bad happen.
I'll tell you, for us, getting our space, the real driver for when we got this was the insurance policy, because we needed product liability insurance, and to get that, the thing that was the most difficult was the battery for the vape pens.
Right.
And getting the insurance on that was, it put us behind like 2 months. We were trying to launch before Thanksgiving, and I think we finally actually launched at the end of January, 3 years ago. But the product liability insurance and it didn't seem like many people had problems with the hemp part of it. That's fine, because we all know that hemp's safe. In fact, the U.S. government has a patent on cannabinoids. It's neuroprotectants and antioxidants.
What number is that?
Patent number 6630507. You should Google it.
You heard it here.
So we also, I do a lot of product liability coverage, and I literally get 3 to 6 calls a day for either e-commerce sites, brick and mortar stores, processing extraction labs that are buying the biomass, extracting it, either making oil or isolate. I also get calls from people that are developing brand new products that most people haven't seen or heard of. Hemp farmers, we wish there was a policy in place, but there's not for outdoor crop.
Right.
We think that one will be coming, not in the near future, in our opinion, but since the Farm Bill passed, I'm sure that some of these traditional non-cannabis, crop insurance people are developing programs, but I think it takes some time. It's not something that happens overnight, right? They have to develop their actuaries and crop production and yields, and determine, and price it accordingly. I mean, I'm sure that the Front Range of Colorado, where we have a lot of hail, is going to be priced differently than some place that doesn't have hail. So we're hoping that an outdoor crop policy comes about, but right now it's not available. And indoor it is. You can, if you're growing indoors in a secure facility, we can certainly insure that. But we get a lot of calls on the hemp side of things, and one of the great benefits that we offer in terms of product liability, if you're a CBD company, either an e-commerce site or a brick and mortar store, is that we have direct appointments with all of the carriers that provide coverage. We're not brokering that out. So typically it means a quicker turn time. It means reduced fees, because those brokers and wholesalers are going to charge extra fees. But we're quite experienced in the product liability side with the carriers that offer coverage.
Just getting back to the crop insurance, hopefully, it comes in the next several years. I think the thing that scares the insurance company the most is the value of that crop, that if it's damaged. I don't know of another product that's grown outdoors that per acre is worth that much money.
Right. Well, in talking with the traditional crop insurer a few weeks ago, they indicated that they're not going to give you the retail price if that crop is destroyed, right? They're going to give you the cost of what the seeds cost or the clones cost, and depending on the maturity of that plant, maybe some some wholesale price.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting when they come out with the program. But we get calls weekly on people looking, and hopefully it'll come out soon.
So
I've been sitting here thinking about different ways to get rid of
we're
hemp.
shaking at each other.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I was also thinking about. I wonder what this saffron. It seems very expensive. Maybe if they have outdoor saffron farms.
You know, how is saffron grown? Off a
I don't know.
bush, tree?
I don't know.
I have no idea. But that
I'm
would be
interested in it
higher,
now.
sure. You know,
I'm surprised that the bottom hasn't dropped out of that market yet. Saffron's still really expensive.
Yeah.
And then,
I can take it or leave it, saffron and cooking. I guess it depends what nationality dish it is.
truffles.
Yeah.
Are there outdoor truffle farms?
I don't know.
There is in
I'm sure
Europe.
there are.
But wild. I don't know. I wonder if they can grow them indoors hydroponically. I'm sure they can.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
pretty expensive crop to lose.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
You know any jokes?
I didn't come prepared for a joke. I'm sorry.
He's here for business. No. So, right now, as far as the volume of calls that you get, and we spoke earlier, you get a lot of them. What sector of the plant industry do you see growing the fastest? And you're getting the most calls on?
Well, the ones that I'm getting the most calls are the hemp and CBD side.
Okay.
Every day. It's probably 5 or 6 calls a day. You know, and on the marijuana side, Oklahoma's a big market right now.
Really?
Yeah, very big market. They're issuing a lot of licenses there. at the
Are they?
moment.
I didn't know
I think
that.
I heard there have been some 1,500 applicants. And, you know, it's, in my humble opinion, it's like some of these other states where they issue a lot of licenses, yet the number of medical card holders has not caught up
Sure.
to the number of
Chicago, Illinois had a huge problem with that. Huge.
Nevada had a problem
Yeah,
with that,
yes, they
right?
did.
And so
Well, that's why they flipped it to rec real quick.
exactly,
too.
and I think that's going to happen in Oklahoma, in my humble opinion. You know, very conservative state, but there just aren't a lot of medical card holders to keep the medical
Program going.
dispensaries in business. So I think they're all probably betting that sometime in the near future that they're going to pass a rec program. I think that's what they're all hoping for.
Well, here I read last week, recreational sells, medical sells, and medical sells here even it's coming down now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of people we insure here are, you know, they're just giving up their medical licenses, right? They're just turning all their stores to rec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I think there always should be some kind of medical aspect because, you know, a lot of people do use this medically, you know, and just like I do, partly, you know, but yeah, I think there needs to be both programs. One is a little bit lower, no tax on it, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
You know,
What I'd like to see happen is, maybe you can be a part of this, is, you know, CBD products cannot be, well, I should say hemp-derived CBD products cannot be sold in recreational dispensaries.
Right.
They can in medical dispensaries, right? So the CBD THC ratio products you see in the recreational stores, that CBD is derived from a metric tract plant,
Sure.
right? And it just doesn't seem. It seems like that the rec stores should be able to carry hemp-derived CBD products. To me, it's, you know, it's probably an antiquated rule that was in there that I would love to see somebody champion that idea to allow
I agree.
rec stores to sell CBD
Definitely.
products.
100%. A lot of the combined stores, even they won't even deal with CBD unless unless it's full spectrum, has the 0.3 or less THC. Because for it to go through metric, it needs to have some THC in it.
Right.
You know, I was at Native Roots the other day, and a couple there, they wanted CBD products, and they didn't have any outside of, you know, the 1-to-10 ratio or whatever, you know, full
Yeah.
spectrum.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's kind of a little bit crazy, you know, because it is our industry. It is the plant, and to have different rules, I don't know. It's just, Just another bridge that we got to cross, I guess.
Yeah. There are a lot of people who just don't want THC for whatever reason. Maybe they're an airline pilot or a truck driver, or they work in any factory where if a forklift crashes into, shelves and stuff, not only is that guy going to have to pee in a cup, but the whole factory's probably going to have to pee in a cup. And they're just, I'd say more than half of this country probably has, working adults have to take drug tests or are at least at risk of having to pee in a cup. And those people, that 0.3% THC, they don't want it.
No.
Maybe they'd like to have it, but due to the circumstances of their life and whoever they work for, they don't want it.
Right.
And hemp now is like the amount of CBD that you can get out of hemp compared to what has traditionally been grown as marijuana. I mean, it's just higher yielding. It's you can go into greenhouses where it looks just like a marijuana grow.
Yeah. Smells like it too.
Smells like it too.
Come in Panacea anytime.
Ask any dog. Ask any dog in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
That's right.
That too. Yeah. And a sheriff, we'll leave his name out of it. Ask him as well. Our guests know what we're talking about, anyways. But yeah.
One of the things I do find curious on the product liability side is you don't see as many people, dispensaries on the THC side that are producing high concentrates, real psychoactive ingredients, are less concerned about product liability than the CBD side of things, which I find very curious.
Yeah.
Right?
If I'm selling anything for consumption, I wouldn't do it unless I had insurance.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. You never know. There's people out there just trying to sue you for nothing, to make a little quick hit. So especially in this industry, we really have to protect ourselves. And as boring as it may be, it's one of the most important parts of your company. You don't have product liability. Someone says they were in the hospital for 4 days. It's coming back at you.
Right.
And then you're at tens of thousands of dollars simply in attorney's fees.
You have to defend yourself, and it's costly.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
So it's a lot cheaper having product liability insurance. What do you say?
It is.
So you guys get it if you don't have it.
Definitely get it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if we didn't have product liability insurance.
Absolutely. I know you sell a lot of products. There's people vaping your product and putting your lotion on all around the world, probably. And, it's nice to know that something happens.
Yeah.
Things can happen. And if it did, you're protected.
Yeah. It's
So, and
give myself.
What else, Mark?
Well, I mean, we just to inform people, we have just about every product available. Commercial auto in Colorado, we can do workers' comp for you. There's certain coverages that we have to broker out, like professional liability.
Sure.
We'll broker that out with one of the leading product liability companies.
What would be professional liability? Errors and omission, or a different type of product altogether?
Well, if you're providing advice, services, that sort of thing.
Right.
Like a lot of labs, testing labs want it.
Well, they all need it, and they're all wrong.
Exactly.
Every one of them. Yeah, I don't understand it.
It's so funny how they're all can give you different results.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It just happened to me the other day.
Yeah, we really need to standardize testing, because it's ridiculous. I'm telling you what, you can have the same sample out of the same bottle, send it to 2 different labs, boom, different results. Send that same product to the same lab 2 different days, boom, different results.
Yeah.
How is that?
And it's difficult.
I don't understand.
It's difficult.
Something in the air? Is it that sensitive? We have an in-house testing machine made by Waters, and I mean, we had to move it a couple times into a clean room because it can pick up anything in the atmosphere. So maybe it's that.
I think it has to do with the equipment, the type of equipment they're testing with, the protocols that they're doing it. But it's difficult. I mean, if you're say a tincture seller, you want to sell tinctures, and the lab or the extraction facility where you buy it gives you test results of X, then you independently test it yourself, and they give you test results of Y, and you want to be a very transparent seller of your product, and you want to post the potency tests on your website, it can be difficult if your labels say 500 milligrams, and that's where you bought it. They said 500 milligrams, but you tested and it comes at 450. What are you going to do?
And some investigative reporter tested as well.
Exactly.
All three different.
Exactly.
And then you've got 87% of all CBD products are marked wrong for one reason or another. Yeah. Can you believe? Crazy.
But we're licensed in most states around the country, so we would accept calls from just about any state. California, Washington, Oregon, Nevada, Colorado, Oklahoma, Ohio, Florida, Michigan,
Mexico, Jamaica, Puerto Rico.
I wish we could do those, but not at the moment.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about, you mentioned before the show that you've got some CBD products yourself in the works?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, well, we're just getting ready to launch a new line. And, being in the position that I am, where when I'm doing product liability applications, I see people's labels and their products, and it just came to me after seeing hundreds of different labels and hundreds of different bottles and different products that they were indistinguishable. Everybody's product kind of looks the same.
Pull yours up. Let's have a viewer's choice.
Yeah.
Not yours, his. Yours.
And so we're trying to do things a little bit different. Our brand is a little bit different. We're going to be launching in about a week or two. We're going to try to be, like a lot of people are, being very transparent, have a QR code on the packaging that goes straight to the testing results. And, we don't make our own product. We source it from people like Panacea and a few other labs. And one of the great things that I am lucky in that I get calls from people that are developing brand new products, but different biodelivery methods. That because everybody's selling tinctures and soft gels and pet treats and pet tinctures and gummies and that sort of thing. But I'm starting to see some different biodelivery methods, and in addition to being a boring insurance guy, I'm lucky in that I have great resources for new products that are coming to market, and I'm happy to share that with people. I want everybody to be successful, and some of these people allow private labeling, others will not. So, if somebody just wants to sell their brand on their website, it might not be the answer for them. But if they want to sell, if they're willing to sell other people's brands on their websites or in their stores, it's a great option. I think that, people want variety, right? They want to see a number of different SKUs, either online or in stores, and they want different methods to administer the CBD. And so we're starting to see that come. Nasal sprays, oral thin strips, vape, inhaler devices, all sorts of things. So that's exciting and encouraging. And I think that it's becoming more efficient, right?
Sure.
I think that, the theory being on the nasal sprays, that the absorption rate's 4 to 5 times greater in the nasal passage. So I have a couple of clients that produce a really high quality product. One's a doctor and one is a bunch of ex-pharmaceutical gentlemen that developed really high quality products. And so it's exciting and interesting. So,
do we have your name yet of your company?
My name? Yeah. The acronym is NIME.
Do you have a
no? It's not. The site's not up yet. It'll be up next week. But we're trying to add a little humor and a little bit of transparency to it. It's called Not Your Mama's Medicine. The symbol is NIME, NYMM. So we're quite excited. Our brand is top notch, first class. Our packaging is the same. I have an incredible graphic designer that has developed all the packaging and the design, and I think it'll really stand out on shelves. Again, it seems like everybody tries to do their, amber bottles with their label on it, and
you know why amber bottles?
Well, it's UV resistant.
Yeah,
light.
If you don't use them,
there are other colored bottles too that are UV resistant.
Absolutely.
But anyway, we're excited, and if you ever have me back, then I'll.
Of course.
We can talk more specifically about it. But we're almost there. We've been working on it for about 4 months, and we're just about there. Oh, and the other thing I was going to say is that people out there are having difficulty with, and you may have resources for this too, For banking and credit card processing, we have some pretty good resources for that.
Okay.
There are some new banks, ever since the Farm Bill passed, there's some new banks that are opening their doors.
Right.
And we have a local bank here, a regional bank that is launching a new pilot program. I'm happy to refer the names of the bankers that are doing it. Fully transparent, not hiding behind
offshore account and all that
behind
other
some
crap.
LLC. It's a local regional
Right.
bank, and
I've got a couple leads for you, or people that are in the process of looking.
yeah, it's been a difficult process. I think that the doors are starting to open a little bit, and ever since the Farm Bill passed.
Yeah, U.S. Bank was the first, I think, to come out.
Yeah.
One of the somewhat major ones.
Yeah.
So when you say banking, do you just like checking and
Credit card processing.
credit card
mostly.
processing
And
like
And
Yeah,
banking.
and
yeah.
banking
so
now.
deposit accounts and credit card processing. And this particular bank, I don't want to mention them at the moment, but if somebody emails and wants them, I'm happy to
give
refer.
I know it's not
We'll give it to you
TCF
for-
Bank. TCF Bank
Sucks.
sucks.
Yeah. I love
But
it.
they use Elevon as the credit card processing, as a lot of people do. But I think that the days of opening accounts under conspicuous LLC names and having them shut down is kind of coming to an
Yeah.
end. There are some banks that are fully transparent and allowing. You can't have any association with any THC at all. This is all on the hemp and CBD side
Right.
for this particular bank.
Right.
Nice.
Do they? When are banks going to just offer small hemp businesses the same type of like loans and stuff that if I had an auto parts store I could go get?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking.
Probably
for.
when they can put insurance on the crop to cover them.
Well, I think there are some banking regulations on the federal level going through, aren't there, or at least being introduced?
Yeah. I think they have a committee meeting starting on rules and regulations for hemp in April. Yeah, next month. Yeah. So we've got Kenny saying, remind everyone, Senator Positive Nelson is on the March issue of Dope. We had him on our show a couple weeks back. Great guy. Panacea is on all the islands now.
Nice.
Yeah, and in Jamaica and Puerto Rico. So,
Really?
Yeah, I've been working, through some of the people that I know. Yeah.
I always feel like such a loser. Every Tuesday, I feel like I'm wasting my life, like because you're out there just killing it.
No,
And
it's just, you know what? It's just
I need to use my time more effectively.
No, just continue to do what you're doing and build relationships like with people like this, Mark McNeely.
Yeah.
One thing most of my life I've been in nonprofit sales. I consulted Better Business Bureaus for 17 years, Chamber of Commerce's for 10 years. The combination of both taught me how to do business right and how to build a business out of the two organizations. Networking is key. It really is.
Yeah.
I don't need a booth at a show. Let me walk that show.
Right.
Like in Indiana.
Yeah.
I'm going to Indiana on the 14th, 15th. Come see me. If you got a white label opportunity for vape
Indiana.
pens, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Really?
Yeah.
You going to be there?
Yeah, next week. Next Friday and Saturday. Anyone want white labels, give me a call. If you wanted vape pens and lotions, give Veedverks a call. Forget about this guy right now. He won't even give up his company name. Our website, Not Your Mama's
yet.
Medicine.
Not your mama's medicine.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
NIM? 9.
9.
9.
A little bit different, a little humor. Our website's fun
Good.
and transparent, and it's a real first-class product.
Good deal. How can people get a hold of you?
Well, they can call me at 720-810-2392. Happy to speak with them. If I don't answer, I'm just on the phone. I'm on the phone constantly during the day.
2392.
Correct. Or they can email me at Mark, M-A-R-K, at cannabisinsuranceSolutions.com.
Thank God you used acronyms for that one. Keep it short, you know.
CIS. But we can do most policies in house, so we're not brokering them out. So
Right.
we're pretty busy at the moment. But if somebody needs a quick turn time, we can usually accommodate. So it's great to have an in-house underwriter.
Yeah, it has to be, especially on this sector of industry.
Yeah.
Cannabis, hemp, CBD. Hey,
It's taking
you're
me-
used to that. What is that?
It's taking me all of my strength to not run outside and go see what that helicopter is.
I know, because he's
I always
Air
wanna-
Force Academy
Are you really?
graduate.
Yeah.
You don't know what kind? That's a Huey 52.
I don't know. Sounded like a heavy one though.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That had to be fun. He flew jets.
What year did you graduate?
95. Keep the pride.
Yeah. You didn't do your mantra. morning.
What? Oh, when I was doing the mic check.
No, yeah.
The discipline which makes the soldiers of a free country reliable in battle is not to be gained by harsh or tyrannical treatment. On the contrary, such treatment is far more likely to destroy than to make an army. Yeah. It's possible to impart instruction to give command in such a manner and such tone of voice as to instill in the soldier no feeling but intense desire to obey. All the opposite. I could keep going.
Yeah. I always liked it.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
this is a veteran company.
We had to learn a little book of knowledge. It was called Contrails.
Contrails?
Contrails.
Okay.
Yeah. Now it's called chemtrails.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, but we had to memorize a lot of stuff.
Okay, so we've got come see me at the Expo in Indiana.
What's it called?
The CBD Expo.
CBD Expo.
Yeah,
Indiana.
It's cbdexpo.net if you want to see all the upcoming events. They have Seattle coming up. Let's see, Seattle, Anaheim at the end of the year, San Diego. It's a traveling show. Jump on the train. It's a lot of fun. You know, if you're into networking and building a company, it's a good place to go. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we've got, I'm excited, this Friday, 10:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, we will have Diane Savino, Senator out of New York. Looking forward to that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Her district includes like Brooklyn
all
and
kinds
like
of
New York City.
Yeah. She's in the mix. I've known her, I don't know, 5-6 years. I met her at the first ever Cannabis Expo in New York. And just maintained a little bit of, interaction between us throughout the 5-6 years. And great person, great advocate for our industry, And
Is she a Republican or Democrat? Do you know?
Democrat, I think. Yeah. But pro-Trump, can you believe that? No, I'm teasing. She's pro-Trump. Let's say she is this Friday. Let's get her going. No, I'm teasing. No, she does a lot for her district. That's for sure. You'll hear it firsthand, and you guys will hear it firsthand this Friday. And we're real excited about that. Sorry about last week with Vicente Fox. We turned over every stone. We did everything that we possibly could to make that connection via Skype. We won't have that problem in the coming weeks. And anything else?
No, except for you can go to our website and buy a Veedverks electronic smoking device. It's fire powered.
I love it.
House Bill 1076. The guy who introduced that bill, turns out he was the guy who started the coffee shop by my house.
You're kidding.
And it took me like almost all the way through that before I realized where I knew him from.
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking, man, when I walk into a coffee shop, a lot of times I'm definitely inhaling plant material that is heated. Mm-hmm. And it's not for the purpose of inhalation, but nevertheless, it's in the air.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe make some coffee vape pens. Is he going to be anti that too? Or how about big vape machines where you put cannabis in there?
Smoke out the road.
Or just use the new fog machine liquid. This might have some legs. This started as a protest, but this might have some legs. I might have news about that next week.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What sucks about that, where you went to the city hall last week is 10-1. It sounds like they had their minds made up before even that day started. 10-1. I'm not saying that for sure.
I don't know,
but I mean, come on.
They hopefully will pass or include a bunch of amendments to the bill where they, among other things, make it so that this is not called smoking.
Yeah.
Like, that's stupid. Or carrying a vape pen. It says carrying means smoking.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it says carrying.
Does it really?
It says carrying.
Oh my God. So
it says smoking. means inhaling, exhaling, burning, or carrying.
That's like retarded. That's impossible. I mean, you just can't do that. Where's my vape pen? I want to break the rule right now. But, that.
A little overboard.
Yeah.
A little overboard. Hopefully they'll amend it
Yeah.
to offer some protections for cannabis patients. That's the reason why I'm fighting about it. It's possible that it could. Well, if you live in government subsidized housing, I think it's a natural thing that will occur is that they're going to ban it in subsidized housing, and so then you've got a cannabis patient who can't, with cancer, who can't hit a dab in their own apartment without fear of breaking their lease or having the cops called on us.
Right. I know people that have been kicked out of apartment complexes because of medically with their card smoking marijuana.
Yeah.
Neighbors complaining, blah blah blah. It's federally illegal. So it's not good.
It could hurt patients.
Yeah.
Not maybe as bad as Hickenlooper hurt all those kids last year, but
we need to really take a look at that.
Why would you even run for president if like 20% of the country knows who you are, and
that many do? You think so? Really?
I think so.
Okay.
Or 20% of Democrats know who he is.
Sure.
But like he vetoed that bill. Like our legislature passed it. The House passed it. The Senate passed it. They sent it to him to sign it, and he vetoed it, dude. And he did it. He did it because he was planning on running for president, and he didn't want to seem like the weed candidate. Well, guess what? Now we've got how many candidates are just like legalize it? Right? Yeah, Booker, bunch of them. So Hickenlooper, I'll tell you what, you just hurt those kids for a year. Their kids. Google it. Go to YouTube. Watch videos of kids with autism. Yeah. And watch the self-harm. And watch what cannabis does for them. Right. And it's inexcusable. It's no good. He's never going to have my support. Right. He's welcome to come on the show and defend that. Okay. I'll get Michelle Walker in here, and she can she can explain to him the repercussions of that decision. Yeah. But I think it was a mistake.
Well, 2020 is going to be interesting. Let me clarify. I'm independent, but it seems like running for the Democratic Party, you're going to have 250 people probably. Everyone's throwing their hat in. Everyone's going to say each other sucks. Watch at the end. They're all going to be in agreement when there's the two last standing.
Well, that's how they.
I know.
Right. That's how
but there's still only going to be a couple running for a Republican, but there's going to be, I don't know, double digits no matter what. It's probably already at double digits running for president.
The great
for
12
Democrats.
12.
Yeah.
The best news of it all is that Hillary's not running.
Yeah. Well, I heard it kept on going back and forth. She's running. I heard this morning that she decided not to. Yeah. What was her reasoning? I didn't hear it.
I don't know.
Okay.
She just decided to spare us a rematch.
Yeah. She didn't want to lose 3 times.
No, but and I'm damn sure not a Republican. I just think that it's kind of funny. A lot of people are throwing their hats in. Yeah. In protests, I think you said you're voting for Mickey Mouse. Now, Mickey Mouse is the highest non-candidate every
really?
Yeah, Mickey Mouse. Oh yeah, the highest non-candidate getting votes.
Huh?
Mickey Mouse.
Steamboat Willie's not copyright protected anymore.
You heard it here. White labeling, come to us. No, Steamboat. Who is that?
The first Mickey Mouse,
a long time ago. Yeah. Black and white Mickey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could start a Steamboat Willie cannabis brand, I guess.
Wow.
Of course, so could everybody else.
Now they can. You just put it out there.
Yeah. Public domain.
Well, today's been a great day. Good show. Great weather out there.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Give your contact insurance one more time, Mark.
Sure. You can call me at 720-810-2392 or
go to the website.
My email is Mark, M-A-R-K, at Cannabis Insurance Solutions with an S.com.
One more thing. Naoko. You going?
Yeah. When is it?
You bet.
Yeah. Next month. When is it? Hold on one
need to
second.
start-
Well,
we need to start
we can't put crap
plugging
like
Naoko.
that. Yeah.
Naoko Hemp Expo is going to be gigantic.
Oh, you know what? It's crazy. It really is.
I saw Brent Gone post on Facebook. The driver, the sprint car driver, he posted on Facebook like, "Hey, anybody want to carpool to Naoko?"
Oh, really?
And I thought, how awesome would that be to carpool with a race
Oh, my
car
God.
driver
That
from
would just be
Pennsylvania to
crazy.
Colorado?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
What the heck? NOCO? Where are we at? Oh, I should have put NOCO.
I'll tell you when it is.
Hemp Expo Conference.
There
right
it is.
there.
NOCO 6 already. Wow. It is March 29th and 30th. Holy,
wow, it's coming up.
this month.
Wow.
March
my
29th and 30th.
So that's what,
Crown
a Saturday,
Plaza.
Sunday? 20. I like it. Friday. I love Friday, Saturdays. So no matter what, you always chill out on a
Is
Sunday.
it a 2-day or 1 day?
2 day. They're at a different location too.
Right.
Yeah, they're at Crown Plaza, DIA.
Yeah.
Is that the fancy one? Is that the like bird looking
No.
hotel?
That's. Oh wait, is it?
No.
No.
Crown's been there for a long time.
Yeah, it's her old revamped hotel.
Okay.
Off 70, I think. Somewhere off
I think
70.
it's Quebec.
Quebec at
I
70.
think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but they'll probably have 500-600 exhibitors, and God, last year it was ridiculous, wasn't it?
We went last year.
Oh my!
and
10,000 people
it was
over
a
the 2
great
days.
networking
Yeah.
event.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah. Great event. Team Mary Jane. They have a 4-hour seminar there. Hit them up at Josh at Team Mary Jane if you want information on his 4-hour seminar on CBD, white labeling, branding, SEO, affiliate, everything, just everything that he does.
Yeah.
He's got a 4-hour.
I might sit in on that, get some free knowledge.
You got it.
Yeah, NOCO Hemp Expo, March 29th and 30th. And Diane Savino, Senator,
This
New York
Friday.
Senator Diane Savino,
Yay.
this Friday, 10:30 Mountain Time.
You don't miss that.
And tomorrow, 1:30 at the Capitol, go fight to get opioid alternatives added
Are you
as a
going?
qualifying condition. I'm not going. I'm going to. I have a meeting about fog machine liquid tomorrow at that time.
Get that. South Beach would tear that shit up. I'm telling you, they would use it.
I intend to make it.
Their clubs. Yeah, they got fog machines. They've got all kinds of stuff there.
Yep.
Yeah, bubbles. Just
Infused or
foam.
non-infused.
Yeah. Great day.
It's superior fog machine liquid. Yeah. We pulled it off again.
We hope everyone out there has a great day. He'll see you tomorrow, right? Or Thursday? Thursday. And then both of us will be back here Friday at 10:30. Diane Savino, Senator of New York. Don't miss it.
Don't miss
Tune in.
it. And remember, if you don't get hemp here, get hemp somewhere.
I like
There you
that.
go.
Yay. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.